Okay, shh.
Eloquent.
Max, go for it.
Our homeroom performed the task of greeting and serving food to the elderly. We greeted people as they walked in and assigned them to their table slash grandchildren. And we went out into the parking lot slash walkways to escort them inside.
Okay, for the whole project, what need did we address? Anyone like to cover this one?
Bringing back memories.
Well, we did two things in one. One thing is we reached out to the community of elderly people and, helped them, be engaged with the rest. And also we helped kids become engaged with elderly people. And so, build that friendship between generations.
Fantastic.
I also have something to add to that. With my grandfather, he said that the experience brought back memories from his childhood because of the questions we asked. So I think we brought back memories.
Cool. How did the action benefit the individuals in the school and community? You just addressed that one as well, Pierce. Okay, please make sure you're listening. Okay, the next question is how did your action benefit the individuals in the school and community? You just brought up a great example. Does anyone have anything else to add for that?
Yes.
Go for it.
I served food, and it was extremely hard, but yet enjoyable at the same time, because I like helping the elderly.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Who else?
Okay. Well,
Go ahead.
it was a good experience, kind of like a good learning experience, because you get to perform in front of everyone, just if you don't and then you get to learn about others, other people's cultures if they're from somewhere else. My elderly person, he's been all over the world. He's been to Guam and Paris and Rome and stuff.
Wow.
Exchanged addresses and phone numbers. Yeah, we did.
That's so wonderful. Do you think you will write? Do you see yourself writing to him?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He
Isn't that
lives in
right?
Goose
You guys
Rock.
can text.
That's where
That's-
I live.
That's so
Oh
cool.
my god!
All right. Anyone else like to talk about benefit that, how did,
Well, I don't think it just benefited, I don't know how to say it, us, but it also benefited the elderlies because while we were in line and while we were getting the food, they got to interact with each other and learn about each other a little bit, which I think brought the community closer.
awesome. Thank you for that. Okay, the next question is, what did you learn about yourself as a result of this action? Ooh, we have some thoughts on this. All right, great. Keegan.
I learned that I was a server, and sometimes we got jammed up, and I can work pretty well under pressure, I guess.
Great. That's a wonderful thing to realize. Jack.
I'd like to add on what he just said. It was extremely hard for me to realize plus we changed shifts, and I do bad under pressure. And somehow I felt good about, how I did it. So after we're done, I actually felt really good. We did a hard job, and it actually felt really good.
It was a hard job, and you guys did amazing.
I learned that we really don't give enough credit to lunch ladies, because you think it's really easy just serving food, but that actually isn't, because you never stop serving, you're just and it's really hot when it came out of whatever they're in, you're just trying to grab, and you're
Whatever they're in.
and you're grab, put up that plate, grab, and just going into something else, but you never stop for an hour, and you're just you never stop, and there's no breaks, you're just kind of going and going and going, and you just never stop.
Wow. Great. Let's hear from Izzy again.
Okay. Well, I performed in the steel drums, so that was fun, but, no one told us that we were going to be, in the morning we were going to practice, so all of us really didn't know what we were doing. So we were just
Do you feel like you messed up?
My grandmother thought that they were pretending to play the steel drum. She thought that there was music in the background and they were just pretending
Oh
to
my
play.
God.
And we got in this huge argument about it.
Oh, really? All right, let's do one at a time. We're going to go to Judah here.
I learned that ducks are surprisingly little about like my grandparents' history with them
You
and their past.
you did what?
That I talked surprisingly little about my grandparents' past with them.
Oh, all right, so
Yeah.
this was a great opportunity to kind of formally do that.
Yep.
That's awesome. Anyone else have that same kind of thought that you learned something, although you thought you were very close with your
I did.
relative? Yeah.
grandma said
Anyone else
She
who,
didn't want to answer the question.
she didn't want to answer?
She said her brain hurt. She wanted to not answer the question.
That's fine.
Because she had to get up at 3. And so I was like,
Her
okay.
grandma
Yeah.
loves me. She called me doll. She said I was sweet.
So, what did you contribute to the process? I think we sort of talked about that. Anyone feel like they'd like to add to that? Violin man?
That needs to go into the slideshow.
Okay,
Should go into
so
slideshow.
what did you contribute?
I contributed
Or at least just
food.
Good, food is a good thing to contribute. What was your highlight of your experience? We're going to ask everyone to answer this, but you certainly can pass if you want to get your words together. We're going to start with Max, and he can pass if he
The
needs more
highlight
time.
of my experience, probably my grandma making fun of everyone.
Sid?
Probably having a grandmother that I didn't even know just come up to me and like hug me and kiss me and thank me for guiding her to a granddaughter.
Aw.
Probably not the best one, but my friends almost finished with their dessert by the time I sit down to eat my turkey.
That's what I
Memorable, right? Memorable.
Well, I was glad that even though me and Jet showed up not knowing any of the music, we still kind of played them kind of well. We had never played them before, and we were like, well, I guess we can play it in this way, and we had never played any of the pieces before, so we just kind of fully lived it.
I noticed
Wow.
that you played the same song about 3 times.
Yeah, we played for about 50 minutes. Mrs. Ellis wanted to play for like 30 minutes, so we had to do quite a bit of stuff.
Jack?
My best experience is meeting new cultures of people when I walk people, like old people, into the door. New experiences that I met different kinds of cultures of
Cool.
people. And one lady, she said, "Bring me to my grandson," really loudly. I'm like, "Yes, ma'am."
All right, violin man.
Violin man.
My
You can pass.
favorite experience was that I got to learn more of the details about my grandfather's past while I only knew a vague history of his life.
Let's see.
You know, like being a bootlegger. Not him, his uncle.
Judah?
My highlight was meeting an elderly person who was sneaking up behind people in her walker and sneaking tissues into their pockets.
Oh my,
Spencer took the time, reached into his pocket, and he was like, "What?"
that is awesome. Oliver?
Cafeteria dancing.
Yes. Cafeteria dancing was amazing.
That was mine too.
You should probably put like a little snippet in there.
Yes.
Dancing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just thought it was. I just thought it was awesome how we had so much fun doing the serving thing because as the song Footloose was going on, we were jamming. And it was funny because some people were not even looking at the performance; they were looking at us.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want the camera to be so close to my face.
I'll back up.
My highlight of the experience was that my elderly person, his name was Freeland. I think that's how you pronounce it. His name was Izzy. I'm so confused. And I learned about how when he was younger, his friends called him Freaky.
Did they come home?
And so I got hair in my mouth.
All right.
So what he would do, and then he would my grandparents like he acted like he was like my grandfather, and like how my grandparents would act and stuff like that. And then like at the end, well, we did exchange like numbers and like addresses.
The numbers and address for.
I did. I did. That was my idea.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Lila.
No, I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right. We've passed the 10-minute mark, so we got to kind of wrap it up.
And so we like exchanged them, and then he hugged me and when we said goodbye, but then I walked him out to his like car. Max, what are you doing? So I walked him out to his car and he gave me another hug. So I walked in and Jack's like, oh, that was cute. And I'm like, I am so cold. But he was like really sweet and he acted just like my grandfather would. I was like, his granddaughter is in 7th grade. Wow, I'm talking a lot.
That's a first.
Okay, the highlight of my experience was like, because I was like a greeter, so I'd walk out to people and I would try to make them laugh before they walked in the doors. And then I ended up sitting with one of the grandparents that like I like had like this full conversation with one of them. And yeah, even though my grandma was there, so it was fun.
Awesome.
You know what?